Welcome to the Short Funk Podcast. I'm Tom Barbalet, and today a little interesting factoid about DNA. When I learnt biology, the latest I was probably in year 10, prior even to doing my final 2 years of chemistry and physics in order to get into university. Biology, unfortunately, just didn't cut it. And this kind of reflection associated with biology is followed on through my development of Noble Ape, and also going to an occasional conference where there are biologists, and none of it just seems particularly difficult to me. It seems curious, there seem to be like a whole series of additional rules that you have to learn, but I don't really find biology as profound as I really should. Sometimes I do. I do enjoy spending time with deep, introspective biologists that can give new insights, but in general, it's easy to fake, and that's what I do with Noble Ape. One of the things I found particularly fascinating that I've only discovered through putting my DNA into a mass database and comparing it with others' DNA, is the notion of the parental split. What is the contribution of genetics from your mother? What is the contribution of genetics from your father? And is this 50-50 thing real? Turns out, like most things we're taught associated with biology, it's not real at all. In fact, in some cases, you can get quite sloppy kind of 40-60 splits, and over multiple generations, it really becomes very curious. You can find, with relative accuracy, whether or not someone is related to you, going back at least 9 generations. But what you find more interesting is that if it was a relatively even split, you could work out, down the quarters, 8, 16ths, all the way down, at what generation the split occurred. Turns out you can't do that. Turns out, within probably 2 or 3 generations, the slosh associated with the mother-father contribution to the genetics means it's, almost impossible to work out whether it's a second, third, maybe a third, fourth, or fifth cousin split. And in fact, I found a fellow in Boston who appeared to be my second cousin with my genetics, but with my brother's genetics, which should again be part of the 50-50 split, about a fifth or sixth cousin. So there's that much slosh just between my brother and me, and that much slosh over generations leading up to this fellow in Boston. All very curious. So it turns out there's more to biology than I originally thought. Tom Barbalet in San Jose, signing out.